Cruisers, happy Monday morning. We have so much to report that has happened in the cruising world over the weekend. So much. Starting with Carnival. Carnival has recently just come out and set their financial plans for the future. What does that mean? Just like any business, they're gonna pay down their debts. So does that explain the recent price hikes for Carnival and some of the recent port cancellations? April, one of the hottest months or coldest months to cruise because of all the repositioning. We're going to talk about that as well. If you fall overboard, please don't fall overboard. But if you were to ever fall overboard, there are brand new systems in place to find you faster. Sick, right? We're going to talk all about that on today's show. So don't go anywhere. Cruise news coming up next. This one's going to be for all my Carnival loyal cruisers. That's right. If you cruise Carnival a lot like I do, then you have recently realized a lot of the price hikes that have gone on board as well as off board for some of the excursions and even some of the amenities on ship and some of the things that you weren't paying for before. Now, if you want to enjoy those things, you have to pay for them. Also, Carnival has gone and surprisingly canceled the port of San Juan, Puerto Rico on 21 of their ships. Now, Carnival cruisers are irate because most people that have booked a port in San Juan, Puerto Rico, they kind of want to go to the port of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and they have said, I have booked this cruise because of the port of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Carnival said, we are sorry. Now, Carnival recently just came out. Jeff Weinstein, the president of Carnival, has recently just come out and set their future financial plans for the next couple years, which include, of course, paying down their debt. No surprise. However, let's just take a look at the numbers, right? Before we go and bash Carnival for raising all the prices. Let's just look at the numbers, okay? Since 2019, Carnival has retired 26 of its ships. That's right, introducing 12 new ships. Now, that's a lot of new ships since 2019, okay? So over the last 3 of those years, they have increased capacity 3%. Now, that is huge growth for any cruise industry. He goes on to say, quote, when you look at the mix of our ships, because of the actions we have taken, 25% of our fleet have been delivered in the last 3 years, end quote, by Jeff Weinstein, president of Carnival. Now, if you just think about that, right? How amazing is that? That 25% of their fleet that we're all cruising on has been deported in the last 3 years. Now, of course, with all of that new growth, they have to pay back their debts. So now, unfortunately, Carnival is pulling back on some of the things that they know that they can cut costs on and still give cruisers an enjoyable experience on their cruises. My question to you, is this going to stop you from cruising Carnival? Because it's not going to stop me from cruising Carnival. I know that I can go on, and even if there's maybe not a port of call that I'm necessarily going to get off on, I know that these new ships are piquing interest of cruisers, and especially me, that I want to go on and explore some of these new ships, especially something like the Luminosa, the Carnival Luminosa, right? So below, let me know if this is going to stop you from cruising Carnival. I know it's pretty much not going to stop those loyal Carnival cruisers. God, I can't talk today. Loyal Carnival cruisers, but interested to hear below. Is April the hottest month to cruise? Or the coldest? What do I mean? Repositioning cruises. Now, if you have ever sailed on a transatlantic or a trans-Pacific repositioning cruise, this segment is for you. Now, I never have. However, it's vastly different, let's just say, from a Western Caribbean. There's going to be a lot more sea days. Okay, the seas are going to be a lot different because you are actually crossing the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean to go across the world. Let's take a look at the Carnival ships right now that are on their repositioning cruises. Okay, we have the brand new Carnival Luminosa that is now going to be sailing out of Seattle going to Alaska. Right now, it is on a Trans-Pacific 22-night cruise. Amazing. That is just a lot of sea days. It is going to see some amazing ports, including Fiji, Hawaii. I mean, just an amazing cruise and probably a once-in-a-lifetime experience if you were to go on that Trans-Pacific cruise. Now, we have the Carnival Spirit, who is now going from Florida to Alaska as well, starting the Alaskan season. They are going on a 16-day Trans-Pacific cruise as well, going through the Panama Canal. And that is actually going on right now as well. Another amazing cruise. A lot of sea days too on that one, maybe not as many ports, but again, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And last but not least, on the Carnival fleet anyway, let's just take a look. We have the Carnival Pride going from Tampa to Barcelona right now on a transatlantic cruise, going on a 13-night cruise with, get this, 9 sea days. That's a lot of sea days. 9 sea days and only 4 port days. Technically, one of them is when you get off the ship, but that's just crazy. Now, my question to you, have you ever taken a transatlantic or a trans-Pacific cruise during this repositioning season? And or would you be able to last that many days and that many sea days on a cruise? Comment below. I think I could, but I think the max would probably be about the 13-day for me, because I don't know if I could do any more than that. But if you've ever been on a trans-Pacific or transatlantic, chime in. Let us know how it was, because I've heard a lot. The seas are a lot more rough than a Western Caribbean. But again, I've never been on it. Chime in. Let us know below. This last one, if you've ever fallen overboard, this one is... No, I'm just joking. But this next segment is for the cruise industry that has, let's just say, expanded and upgraded their systems for Man Overboard. What do I mean? That's right. So the U.S. Maritime for cruise ships have come out and put this new technology, this sick new technology. It's actually sick, S-I-C-K, technology. It's a radar system that goes on the side of the ships. So if any object or any person ends up going overboard, these radars kick in and they are able to tell the Coast Guard, or they are able to tell the crew on board exactly where that passenger is. I believe it's to a certain degree under the sea level. But again, it's giving us that technology to be able to rescue that person or that object that has gone overboard. I think this is amazing technology. I think that it's something that the cruise industry has been waiting for a long time. I know that they're releasing it now because we have, unfortunately, in 2023, heard of a lot of people and things falling overboard on cruise ships. So I think that this is a preventative measure and also a measure to help rescue those who may fall overboard. Interested to hear what you think in the comments, but this is really great technology for the cruise industry. And I think it's something that we really have needed for a long time. And if you like today's show, please make sure to give us a like and a follow below. We are doing these daily cruise shows every single day except one day of the week. I'm going to let you guys figure that out. We're starting to form a pattern now in this daily cruise news show. Again, thank you so much for all of your love and support. You guys have propelled me to continue to make this content, and I am absolutely loving it. So I hope you guys have the great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow, and thanks again for tuning in to Controversial Cruise News.